keep working on adding these axes. Yeah. So this is what we got right now. And this generally looks pretty good. I'm going to try to color the x-axis. And now that I look at this, the only reason the x-axis isn't colored right now is because I'm not passing the light data to the shaders it uses. So here, I'm passing light data to the shaders for these objects, so I have to do that for the other ones. And the ambient color, I guess. It's fine. So let me just access material. Let me just do this. Material. I'll do this for all of these uniforms. Let's see if that colors it. And it doesn't. Weird, okay. And let me try setting this data. For the access material. Okay, and still it's black. Okay, so why would that happen? Access material, it's this. Fog material, diffuses, emissive, whatever. Oh, you know what it might be? Let me try changing this. No, it's still only affecting the objects. So I get this material here. I wonder what the difference would be here. I guess I'm not setting it in this updater, but I don't think that should matter. Actually, see, I'll try commenting this. Yeah, and that actually does make this black, make all of it black. Oh, so I have to set these, I guess. So let me set that again. And I guess these are being set before, I'm setting them to the shader before they're being initialized, I guess. Although they're already up here. That's kind of weird. I wonder if I can just print these before setting them. Yeah, print those, take a look. Yeah, they're there. Oh, these should be, do they have to be the tuples? Is that what's going wrong? Look at material.py. Configure, diffuses, emissive, specular, shininess. Okay, and these are, they're arrays. Yeah, so this should just be, this should just use tuple. Cast into tuples by default. So let me look at these. Diffuse and emissive and specular. Should all be tuples. Okay, let's see if that helps. And it does, great. Now the x-axis is colored. Cool. And it does. Great. Now the x-axis is colored. Cool. Although, there's a really unsatisfying way to set the light data. Conceptually, we don't set up lights by initializing a material and then like passing light data to each of those materials. What should happen is there should be... the scene should hold an array of light data, or just a bunch of light data, and that should be passed to all of the objects or the meshes or whatever. So I'm going to try to do that before I add the rest of the axes. Also, let me make the... I think I want the x-axis to be red. So I think I can do... Can I just do 1, 0, 0? Okay, that's fine. Now do R, now do G and B for the Y and Z axes. Okay, but for adding these lights, let me just initialize. It's already holding self.meshes. I'm gonna hold self.point lights in the scene, and then it's basically... I hate to make it a dictionary. This should really be a data class or something. But for now, I'm just gonna append this. Self.point lights that append this config. Okay, and so now it didn't like that. Oh, because I added that attribute after I started the scene, so I just had to restart. Okay. So added this to the scene, and now when I render, here I'm already passing all of these uniforms. What I'm gonna have to do is say... Just looking through uniforms, if the K equals... If the uniform that I'm looking at is point lights at whatever, it's like point lights at 0. I'm just going to match this. If it starts with point lights, then I'm going to have to, I guess, just set all of the point light data. I guess I never set the ambient color for the x-axis. Okay, how would I do this? Maybe I should do a regex match over point lights, open bracket, and then an integer. So something like import re, then if re.match, and I just see how to use re.match. Okay, so pattern.match. So I can re compile the pattern and then do pattern.match, which I guess is fine. Isn't there a way to just pass in the string and the pattern? There's re search. I think that's what I want to use. Pattern string and then flags. Okay, so I'm gonna do re search. And the pattern is gonna be point lights open break. I gotta just test this. Lights. Open break. I gotta just test this. Let me try RE.search. Point lights. Okay, if I did this, and then for the string that I have, so for this, for example, oh, whoops. That only works with Tmux. Maybe like this? Okay. Okay, so that works. If I put the brace here, that does not work, so I guess this needs to be escaped. And I can do /D for a number. Okay. So I'm gonna do /D. This will be the pattern, and then this will be K, the uniform. And if this matches, then I'm going to capture this. So I can do this. This should capture it. So if I do dot group at 1, that'll give me the 0. If I did this like 434, and then it didn't work. So I guess this should be D1 or more. Okay. Okay, so if RE.match, RE.search, oh wait. Because I want to save the pattern when I do this. So I will have to do something like point lights pattern. It's RE.compile. Got this. Then we want to do match. Like that? Because match will return, what does it return? A match object. So I have to do this. You call this point lights match. Equals this, and then if is not. Okay, now there's a match. And so then I have to check and the length is seen.point lights. Is it seen.point lights or point lights config or something? Seen.point lights exceeds. I have to get that index. So this is going to be the match dot group at 1. Okay, I'll have to convert that to an int. So if I, oh wait. First I have to check that that the match is there. So I have to do this. Come on. So if the match is not none, then I can take the index. And then if the number of lights added to the scene exceeds the index. Yeah, so if it's 0, then it has to exceed 0. And then I'm going to set the data for the point lights. Then I can say mesh shader, set uniform. Just all of these. Then I'm gonna take out the config and I'll say point light config equals scene dot point lights at point light config equals scene dot point lights at the index, then position tuple this at position, this at color, this at distance, this at decay. Okay, so if everything worked properly there, then I won't have to set this here anymore after I reset. Okay, so that's doing that. If I remove this, and it's still being set, which is great. Now I can delete this. I can move this here. And I don't have to set this for the axes either. Great. Now I wonder if I can still edit this here. And I guess I can. That's neat. It is kind of too shiny, I think. That looks kind of nice. Okay. So I got the x-axis. But actually, there's another light source here, and the ambient light source isn't being added automatically, so I should... Oh, wait. Why isn't this self.diffuse? Oh, I wanted to change that. Okay, that's fine. So let me do this for ambient lights. Yeah, and I don't know if it makes sense. Ambient. I'll do ambient lights. I don't know if it makes sense to add multiple ambient lights. I think it actually doesn't. I think you can only have one. So this none for now. And then I'll just have to have each of these colors, I guess. So we pass this a color and an intensity in 3JS anyway. Color and an... Wait, why is there only a color? No, it's both. Okay. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to do self.ambient light equals. I'm going to try to just do color. And I'll just do an array for now of, well, this. Oh, well, that totally didn't work. Okay, color, and then intensity will be 1. So I've got ambient light here. Great. Now I'm going to say if the shader contains this ambient light color, and move that back. Wait, what's the indentation here? Oh, okay, that's right. Then I'll do this, and this is going to be a tuple. I guess it'd be tuple of a list comprehension of color. Well, actually, if I want this to be able to take Manim colors, I'll have to do something like color to RGB or something like that. So this will check if it's a color or a string or whatever. And return a numpy array. So let me use that. Numpy array. So let me use that. Have color to RGBA. Okay, that's should be fine. So I'll call color to RGB of scene dot ambient light. Okay, and that should be an array. Okay, so hopefully that works. I'm not 100% on that. Oh, something went wrong. Invalid color type. Color.py 294. I mean, it's an array. It can only be a string or a color, I guess. I don't really feel like converting this to a... I guess I do RGB to color or something. Yeah, there's an RGB to color, so I guess you can do... this. Try running that. Same thing, I guess. Okay, I gotta see what gets passed to color to RGB. It's like it was fine for a long time. Oh. Okay, I guess this makes sense. Because I'm passing a dictionary. Let's try not to do that. Here, scene.ambient light at color. Actually, hold on. Because how am I going to do the intensity here? Okay, this will do color to RGB. I got to do something to set the color to an RGB array. Okay, so RGB. Ambient light RGB. And this is this, the color to RGB. Daryl Golden, what's going on? Now once I have these RGBs, I want to multiply I guess I'll put values or something. And here I'll have to do color times the intensity. Like so. Values, I guess. I just call this... Yeah, I'll call this values, and then I want to do tuple of that. Okay, so that should be setting it. Oh. Okay, so it didn't crash, so that's good. And if I turn off the diffusive, I actually don't see the ambient color being applied here. Does that mean something's wrong? Don't need to print this. Does that mean something's wrong? Don't need to print this. Let me try to make the ambient color like pretty intense red. Make this like a 20 or something. If I run this, well, it definitely looks different. Let me turn down the diffuse. Maybe diffuse is emissive, specular, opacive. It's actually hard to tell if the ambient color is working or not. Oh, I'm setting it down here. Ambient light intensity. Okay, let me not set this. Okay. Still goes to fully black. Which makes me think it's not being set. I'm gonna print out what these ambient light values are. Yeah, let me try that. And it's 111, which doesn't make sense, actually. Ambient light at color. Yeah, why would this be 111? Weird. Let me print out this, the RGB. And this is 111 too. If I print out ambient light at color. Let's try that. White. Okay. And why is that white if I set it to this? Maybe I should just make... If I just put like blue B or something here. Okay, well now it's something else, I guess. Now if I print these... Okay, now it's something different at least. I still can't see it for some reason. Dang. It's actually really disappointing I can't see the ambient color here. I wonder if the ambient color was ever working though. I have to be setting it since it's here. I'm gonna try just setting this to like 100, 0, 0 or 1000. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's making any difference. Oh. But it does if... Okay, it is making a difference. Maybe the intensity wasn't high enough? So when if diffuse is black, then it doesn't make a difference. If diffuse is some sort of gray, then it does. Okay. I'm fine with just upping the intensity in that case. Since I don't have a super strong understanding of how these different light parameters even interact with each other. But yeah, this is becoming really blue now. Probably more blue than I